The moment of silence.
I think we both love doing this. I think we're both having like a very weird week.
Yeah.
Um, and so we're having a hard time. Like neither of us wanted to record yesterday. I don't really think either of us
My
want to
hockey
record
brain
right
hasn't
now.
like fully developed. I like saying that. Like hasn't like woke up. Like it was in hibernation for a while. And I feel like I'm not I am coming aware of it because I'm starting work like full swing again soon. And I'm feeling it there, but like I'm not feeling it the usual way. It's okay. Maybe talking about it would just like jumpstart
I'm
me
just
to be like,
having
okay,
I'm just having like a
it's a
week.
time. It is time all the way around. So, yes. But we started off okay.
I'm gonna apologize in advance because I feel like this episode's gonna be an absolute mess.
We
So,
will be talking about hockey.
theoretically.
Yes.
Okay.
Theoretically.
So
Hypothetically.
the season starts on the 7th of October.
We're under 2 weeks, which is wild.
We're very close.
Wild.
Preseason is in full swing. Some teams are making some interesting decisions with their preseason rosters. Um, the debate of whether or not you should be putting your vets in is definitely coming back up because of some things that have been
Hmm.
happening. But today we're going to talk about the Eastern Conference, so
Yeah.
the Atlantic Division and the Metropolitan Division, and just chit chat about like where we think each team is going to be at the end of the season, who we're going to be looking out for. Does anyone want an ASMR of me opening my energy?
Please. What are we doing? We do everything. We do
What?
everything. I said, what are we doing here? We do everything.
No,
Can you not hear
I'm
me?
not. No, I can. I just,
Okay. Like the ASMR. That's what I'm saying. Content ranges all over the place.
yes. Okay, I don't know what that sound was. I don't know
The
how to
look
do
of
this.
concern.
How do I do this? All right, microphone's gonna go there.
I'm ready. Just do it like next, like, yeah, next to it.
I know, but I'm trying to get the microphone not to like
We'll balance
fall.
it. I'm waiting.
I'm
You got me all
going.
excited.
If I can open it. Oh my God. And it exploded everywhere.
I was gonna say it sounds very, very, very fizzy.
It is.
That's not ideal.
It's okay.
It's it's okay.
I have tissues next to my bed because I have
Okay,
horrendous
you're
allergies, so like
you're
it's okay.
prepared.
More ASMR.
Oh my God.
I also, in case anyone was wondering, I got peach rings.
Wait, I love them.
I could not tell you the last time I
Some of
had
my
them.
faves.
But again, I'm having a week, so
You deserve it. Also, they're so good. So valid choice. Now I'm gonna have to go get some later myself because now I'm like, wait, it sounds really good.
sorry. This is why we should just move in together.
No, it's fine.
I'm on the struggle bus today.
It's okay.
All right. You want to explain how hockey works? I don't know.
The teams that are in the East
Yeah, yeah, that.
slash divisions. K. Um,
What's going on with Luke and the
is
Devils?
Polane retiring
What
soon?
book is that?
Did you see the new Kraken jersey?
Three-peat?
Was that the goal of the year?
16 million?
Who's gonna win the Norris
The Isles are
Trophy?
having fun again?
Did you read the new Elsie Silver
Will
novel?
the Sabres ever make the
Did anyone
playoffs?
beat Ovi's
Give
record?
me a new book rep.
Who got traded?
Will Matthews bounce
Can
back?
Tampa get back on top?
This is Read Between the Blue Lines,
a hockey podcast
where our brains are filled with endless stat lines,
rosters,
and a list of books to read,
tune in every Monday for a deep dive in the game we love.
and the books we can't shut up about.
It's time for the top. Again, 32 teams in the NHL, 16 each division. Sorry, 16 each conference, 8 each division. There's 2 divisions in each conference. Today, we're talking about the Eastern, which includes the Atlantic and the Metropolitan. If either of us, we're going to say Metro. I'd never call it the Metropolitan.
No.
It's a mouthful. Teams in the Atlantic. This is again an order of how they finish. I do not have the brain power to alphabetize them right now. Toronto Maple Leafs, Tampa Bay Lightning, Florida Panthers, Ottawa Senators, Montreal Canadiens, Detroit Red Wings, Buffalo Sabres, Boston Bruins. Those are your teams in the Atlantic. Okay. Teams in the Metro.
I'm sorry, but the fact that the
Capitals.
Bruins were all the way at the bottom is so funny.
I forgot it happened, but I also didn't. And I'm like, oh my God, it's crazy. Metro teams, Washington Capitals, Carolina Hurricanes, New Jersey Devils, Columbus Blue Jackets, New York Rangers, New York Islanders, Pittsburgh Penguins, and the Philadelphia Flyers. Those are your 16 teams in the East. Again, they're all based in Eastern cities. I think the farthest one out has to be Detroit. Geographically. I can't say words today. But those are the teams that reside in the East.
I'm falling asleep and breaking a tooth. You can't talk. We're having a great time.
It's a combination, that's for sure. I see that thought forming.
The East has been kind of
mid,
all over the place the last few years, is what I was going to say.
That too.
Because I feel like you had Tampa was very dominant for a while.
Yeah.
Then Boston was very dominant for a while. Then Boston had like a massive skid. Now Florida's on top. The Rangers had a moment there. They then had a massive skid. The Canadiens are on the up and up. The Detroit Red Wings and the Sabres kind of still suck, but like the Red Wings have some things there. The Capitals are very up and down. The Devils and the Islanders are making progress, I would say. The Hurricanes are still the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
And like the Penguins and the Flyers are looking towards the future. They still kind of suck. Yeah. But I feel like it's just been very interesting to see, like, I'm not gonna call them dynasties. I just don't have another word for them, but like the mini dynasties in the East.
I think also now when you look like on paper, when you look at like the East and the West, there's so many teams in the West where I'm like, I can see them winning a cup. Like,
and yet it's always the East.
Yes. Like there are a handful in the West where I'm like, I guess if you want to call them good regular season teams, but they on paper look like they should be your Stanley Cup champions. And the East, it's kind of like you could, but you also couldn't. And like this, it's like, I don't want to say very back and forth, but there's no like clear winners, like front runners ever. But
it's just been very up and down.
The last like what, the last 4 out of 5 have been Eastern teams, all 4 of them in Canada. So no, that's a lie. I'm doing math wrong. It's like 2 out of 6 now because I can't remember what year we're in. Because it's Tampa, Abs, Vegas, then Florida. I cut like one Tampa off because 2020 is 5 years ago, but 6 seasons, and it's math. It's hard. Yeah. But yeah, so it's still been very East dominated, mostly in
at least
the wonderful state of Florida down there.
Feels like it.
Yeah.
Because we were very big last season that like we felt like the cup ran through the West. Like, but at the same time, the West felt like a
year.
But that's what I mean is I feel like every single person in hockey media every single year is like the West is both where you find the cup and also a gauntlet. Because if you could make it through to the final, you're going to be exhausted.
They have I will say, like, the team that makes the conference final, the team that makes the Stanley Cup final in the West has a much harder path to get there because there are way better teams in the West than in the East. Like,
At least as of late.
But as of current, yeah, like
And I
last again
also, I
five,
will
six
say,
years.
I think that there are teams that are better built for the playoffs in the West,
Yeah,
whereas I feel like the East during the regular season might be more fun to watch. I
agreed.
also think because the teams in the East, some of them are older,
Yeah,
um, their rivalries are a bit,
they're more developed and bigger, and
yeah, they're less
they have
based off of like, oh, we meet in the playoffs every year, and it's
yeah,
more like we hate you, motherfuckers,
yeah.
type of thing,
Sorry.
you know?
Yeah, that is very true. Good statement. That is true.
Um, you have stats that you compiled
It's like
very kindly for us. Thank you. Um, do you want to go through the Atlantic first?
in terms of
We can like do like a little chit chat on each team and like where they were last season, where we
yeah.
think they're gonna go this season. We did
Okay.
not actually.
Um,
I know that if you listened to last week's episode, I was like, guys, we have like a very structured episode for the next 2 weeks, and then this
I
is
feel
what's
like we
happening.
thought that, and then like even when I was building it, I was like, what else can I say?
I
Like,
think
this is where they finished. This is
what
who
I
led.
I think what I meant was more that we had an idea for what we were going to talk
Oh,
about
okay. I was like,
and
wait.
less like that it was like structured, but I didn't want anyone to be like, "Oh my God, we're going to get like actual information from these girls," because you're not.
Well, it is actual information. It's not like
It's if you're looking for like
they
a cohesive discussion about
come
what
back
the
when the
league is
season
going to look
starts.
like, this I don't even know. I would probably recommend a different podcast
Oh my
if you
God.
wanted a cohesive discussion ever. Or maybe the articles that we're going to put out like related to these episodes, those might have
Might be a
more.
little more put together,
Yeah.
a little more thoughts in there. But
So right off the bat, starting with the Leafs, we have some changes, but
the Leafs are like the only exciting thing that like
yeah.
happened in the East. Um, Newsflash, if you guys didn't know, um, one of I hate calling them the core four because it's overused,
Yeah, but
but
it's what they're called.
it is. Mitch Marner is no longer a Toronto Maple Leaf. He now plays for the Vegas Golden Knights, which seems cursed, but that is probably the biggest like long story short, he didn't sign the extension, his contract extension coming into last season, played the entire season, and then right leading up to free agency, we knew it was happening. What? Why are you shaking your head? Like
Just the
this in
whole
general.
Marner situation is so
So coming up to free agency, the Leafs were like, sorry, we're not we're pretty much not signing him, and it was pretty much it was like a trade and sign. It was not pretty much, it was a trade and sign where he went to Vegas and then they signed him.
you say trade and sign.
Yeah, I guess why. Trade
I
and
say sign
sign.
and
What is
trade
it?
in my head.
No, they have to be traded there to sign. They
I
can't
know.
sign and be traded.
I know, but sign and
It's
trade
like
sounds better in my head.
it does. But anyway, he was traded and then when
And then signed.
traded, signed the contract. He will now be getting paid $12 million for the next 8 years in Vegas.
I think that's an overvalued contract.
But he is no longer in Toronto. And he led Toronto in points last year.
Hmm.
And I want to say he led them in the playoffs or was right behind Willie. I don't remember exactly, but
Can I say something really annoying about the Leafs?
yes, because I feel like I'm going to agree with what you're going to say. As people, first off, prompt us, we do not watch Maple Leafs hockey. We're not connected to them in any way. Like, I watch them, but
I
like,
was like, we both watched them. What are you
I'm not like a
talking?
fan. Like, I don't root for
No,
them. Like, I just watch them as a
no,
hockey
I think
fan.
they're actually on like the bottom of both of our lists for like teams that we like quote unquote root for.
Yeah, probably.
Um, Probably lower on mine than they are on yours because I am a Long Islander. Um,
Oh, yeah.
and also a Boston
I
Bruins
always forget about the
supporter.
beef. The beef is there, yeah.
Yeah. I will say that John Tavares did say that he was Team Conrad because his wife told him to be, though, so he gets some points back for that.
I can forgive you a little bit.
I love all of the wags doing like media training for their husbands. They're
Yeah,
like,
like,
you
maybe
will
after
be Team
this,
Conrad.
please know what you're going to say. I love it.
Um, I feel like 2 years ago, I know that they finished top of the division this
This year.
season,
Hmm.
but I feel like last season was actually better for them. And last season, I mean the 2023 2024 season.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they actually had a better system. Matthews was healthier.
Yeah.
Um, there was a lot more like positive buzz around that team, whereas last season I feel like it was all pretty negative.
Yep.
And also when I look at it and I look at like Willie had 45 goals and Mitch had 102 points, whereas if you look at the 23-24 season, like I feel like their points were higher. Like each
Let's
player I
see.
feel like had a better individual season.
That was the year Austin scored 60,
Hmm.
I think. Sorry, he scored 69,
69, I was
23,
gonna say.
24. He had 107. Yeah, so Willie had 98 points that year. Marner had 85. Tavares came in at 65. Those are your top four, though. So, yeah, a more well-rounded
The core four was core
core four.
fouring
Yeah.
in 23-24. Whereas I feel like the whole like the team as a whole probably had a better
They're more cohesive.
yeah.
They're jamming a little better. Yeah.
Which so we'll see how that translates this season. I also desperately need someone in their coaching staff to figure out a goalie situation. Like if they're gonna make the playoffs again this season, I need them to figure out their goalie situation before the first
Yeah.
game because that's also been a big question mark whether they're gonna put like Wall or Stolars in. And I don't think what?
I'm
I'm
waiting for what
sorry.
you're gonna say.
My family group chat is very
Oh, I was
random
like,
right
what?
now, and I was like, what is going on?
That's so funny. It's like, what are you gonna say that like prompts that reaction?
No.
Like, goalies.
I feel okay, we've talked about this. I think that the goaltending is a sore spot for the majority of the NHL right now.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't know why, because when I look at the prospect pool and I look at people in the NCAA and I look at the goalies individually, they all seem like they're doing okay.
Hmm.
And then I look at the defense, and the defense individually also looks like they should be doing okay.
Hmm.
And I just can't tell whose fault it is. I don't, and I like I'm always the last person to blame a goalie.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like too, we're in this stage where a lot of people complain about this in like the NHL coaching. Like, there's like hardly ever new coaches anymore. Like, a lot of them are like, you lost a job, and 4 days later, are you getting a job with another team?
yeah.
I feel like that's kind of where we're at with goal. Like, you could be a slightly above average goalie, and a team who needs any kind of goaltending will be like, you're the starter, you're great, even though they have like, I feel like a lot of the you
Well,
could
that's
bring a prospect up or like the young kid, and I feel like a lot of people don't give them the leeway to figure it out in the NHL, and then it's like, sorry,
I
you're
think
you're
it's
done. Which I
yeah.
hate. I hate that. I hate that. Anyway, that's another tangent, but
I do think it's very difficult because I do think that certain teams have like a monopoly. I don't know if I want to say like a monopoly on goaltending, but if you look at
they have like the very strong hold on it.
like not to like glaze the Rangers, but like
You'll never catch, almost never catch us doing that here.
no,
95%.
even though we're both Rangers fans, we're highly
Like, we
critical
will
of
never
them.
say anything good about them 95% of the time. So,
Shesterkin and Quick on paper are a fantastic goalie tandem.
hmm.
And I think their goalie pipeline also looks pretty strong if we get some and like I like Jeff Malcolm. I have no issues with Jeff Malcolm as a goalie coach.
Yeah.
Um and I could talk about Malcolm for quite an extensive amount of time and what he did in college and anyways,
Yes.
um I do find it funny sometimes when I think that people are like, Brianna knows more about hockey than Mackenzie does. And I'm like, yes, but also in different
Mine's
ways.
like,
It's
yeah, mine's
like,
like AHL and above. Sometimes subsequently, it's like the junior leagues.
yeah,
College is like, I watch the Frozen Four every year
yeah.
and the
Whereas I
championship
love
games.
college
That's
hockey,
it.
so like I,
And I know
that's okay.
like who's relevant. You know what? Funny enough, we mentioned that because I got an email the other day at work. And now I have to work a Penn State game because Gavin McKenna is playing in Penn State,
You're doing the
and
outdoor
they're
one?
no, it's like next week.
Oh, oh.
They're like broadcasting it because they're like we did the same thing with Bedard. Like when Bedard was in juniors, we like would put the junior games on because we knew he was there. But I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to like learn real like college hockey stuff because I actually
So
like something
fun.
we have to keep track of. So fun
I
tangent
love it.
anyway. But yeah, mine's like Frozen Four's on. Like, let's go. But we'll
We're
be
gonna
better this
get
year.
Bree more into college hockey this year,
I do
guys.
get a team. My college had it was like D3, so I never had anything like
My college hockey team sucks. So
yeah, but you have like a relation to like a team that actually like plays good well, I
not
don't want to say good
really.
hockey,
They
but
don't play
hockey
good
is a higher
hockey.
level.
Um,
Anyway,
so anyways, I think that the Rangers have like a pretty solid hold on it.
yes.
Another team that has a pretty solid hold on goaltending that maybe doesn't seem like it is the Canadians.
Yeah.
I really like Montembeault. I
They're
really
very
like
overlooked
Dobish.
in that.
I
Who was the
love
one?
Jacob
Cam Fowler?
Fowler.
No, Jacob Fowler. Cam Fowler's in it. Yeah, yeah.
I
Anyway.
love that kid, and he's an outstanding goaltender for his
Yeah.
level of hockey right now, and I'm so excited to see him at like and like Laval and then like moving up to the Canadians once he gets
Mm-hmm.
there. But I feel like certain teams have it, and I feel like had the Bruins kept it with Sway and Allmark, they would have had a much
T.
better
Yes.
run. And that's like stating the obvious, but
No, it
I
is.
think that certain teams just have like a really good pipeline, and then some teams are just struggling to get anyone.
See, not in this episode. Edmonton Oilers. Biggest example of this, right?
Well, because
But
and that's where I look at
conference over there, but
that's when I look at the Oilers and I question why they haven't made a play
mm-hmm.
to trade for someone like Fowler, to trade for someone like Augustine, to like
Who
even if
knows?
they're not going to work on it right now, like get someone in the
In the
pipeline.
future, yeah, just to kind of bring them up. I know.
It's fine.
But like, okay.
Anyways, back to the Maple Leafs. I feel like they are a relatively strong team.
Yeah. I think it's just a question of anything they did in the offseason, if it's going to offset or make up what they lose in Mitch, which
They
is their
also
biggest question mark.
they also need a very healthy Nylander and a very healthy
Yeah.
Matthews.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Because I also think that from an outside perspective and someone who does not speak to these players, their team morale seems to be very affected by injuries. Whereas
Yep.
other teams, I feel like, can kind of, not
Like
that the
rally around it.
Islanders are great at it, but like at least last season, like the loss of Barzell didn't seem to actually affect the
Yeah.
team as much as like just like, oh, like we lost Barzell. It didn't seem to like mentally affect them. Whereas when the Leafs lose Matthews and Willie, it feels like
Like
a
we're gonna lose every single game.
yeah.
Like why are we even gonna go out there? Like what am I playing for? Yeah.
Like it felt
I think
kind
that says
of
more
the way that
to
the Devils fan base felt once Luke
yeah.
got injured and we were like,
I
ugh.
think it is like more towards this isn't a knock on Barzy at all. I love him, but
Like
Austin
locker room
Matthews is Austin
presence.
Matthews. And so like I feel like knowing the player you're supposed to be and what you bring to that team, like the loss of that is more of like a I don't want to say subjective. What's the word I'm looking for? It's more of like an untangible thing where like you couldn't be able to
Intangible?
recover it. Intangible. That's yeah. I don't know. I just feel like the level of being like, oh, this is what we're supposed to have with him. I feel like they don't know how to adjust when it's not that. It's just like doom. Like,
Yeah.
okay, we're done. We're out. We're like that's it. Which
And
also should not be the case if you lose a
teams,
player. You should be able to
there are a
keep
few
going.
teams that are bad at that.
Yes.
But
They are not the only one, but yeah, I agree.
so I don't think they'll finish in the same place, but I do think that they'll make the playoffs
They'll
this
be top
year.
three. I think, yeah.
Um, moving on to the Lightning, and maybe let's not go on a 7 hour tangent this
Yeah.
time. Um, Another very strong team on paper.
hmm
I think I'm looking at this. I forgot that Braden Point was their goal leader. I think that
He's probably like the most I hate using the word
he's so
underrated.
overrated. Underrated. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
like I feel like so
overlooked is
many
what I was
people
trying to say. And then
forget. Like they forget about him.
yes. And then I
And they're
feel like
like, oh
even
wait,
after Four Nations, everyone's like, okay, yeah, like we'll pay attention to this kid. And they
yeah,
forgot about him again. And I was
no,
like, guys, he can play
yeah,
hockey.
no. And he always, I feel like I want to say he's put up like a million and 10, 40 goal seasons, at least 40 or more. And I feel like when you think Tampa, you think like Vazzy, Kucherov, used to be Stamkos. Stamkos isn't there. I think Gensel probably gets more of a recognition now than
Yeah,
like when you think of them. But yeah, Braden Point scores a lot of goals.
he
So
does. And I think that he also has like a certain fire about him that I like on the ice.
yeah,
I like his style of play
love it. Why are you squinting? You're like,
because I'm trying to figure out if I can like use the right words to explain it, and I don't think that I
oh,
can. I think that hockey is like a dance. I feel like we've explained this before, and I feel like Braden Point dances a paso doble when he's on the ice.
ooh,
Which also very extreme side note, I saw someone say that they think that is it Alan and the lady who played Meredith in Parent Trap
oh,
are gonna do a paso doble to Gnarly by Cat's Eye
oh my God, yes, yes,
on
that
TikTok
was a
night
pop.
for Dancing with the Stars. I'm not
Yeah,
watching Dancing with the Stars. Brianna
I
is.
know. My mom and I sat there and watched the whole. We're like invested in it. We are so invested. I used to watch it when I was younger.
I really miss So You Think You Can Dance.
See, I never watched that. I like knew it existed, but that wasn't one I ever watched. My Nana and I used to always watch Dancing with the Stars. So like that was I have like a Wii
Oh,
game
I love
of it.
that.
And I literally never I haven't watched it forever. And then my mom was like, Robert Irwin's on it this season. We have to watch. I was like, okay. And then I didn't and then Jordan Charles was at it, so I was like, okay, we're set. We will be here.
He's killing it.
I
Irwin's
know!
killing
It's
it.
crazy. Every time we watch, I'm like, what is going on here? What's happening?
Yeah.
Anyway, side note. Yeah, if you guys are watching Dancing with the Stars, please tell me. I know nothing about dance. I'm just like outfit slayed. You
Whereas
moved very well. I love the song. Like,
whereas I
we're
was
good.
texting you like my thought process on like Whitney's I don't remember what they did the first week, but whatever dance that
It
her
was like,
and Mark Ballas did the first week, I'm like the hold was amazing. The kicks were good, but they gave me the
yeah.
ick for some reason because Whitney was doing them.
I was just like, okay, it looked good enough. Like, I love it.
So I think that Braden Point has like a very it's not like aggressive. I feel like fiery is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Um I have a hot take. I think
Oh
that
God.
Braden Point plays the style of hockey that Jack Hughes thinks he plays with his little like all bark no bite.
Yeah.
And that's not to
But
say that Point is a better player than Hughes or that Hughes is trying to emulate Point. It's more just like I love watching Jack sometimes when he gets like a little chirpy and I'm
yeah.
like, you are this big.
I was like, he's not gonna do anything.
Stop it.
Like, okay, someone else handle that for me. See ya. Yes. I know what you mean though. I do agree. I see it.
Yeah. And then you have Kucherov. He's just always the points leader.
Average. It's the point. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say. Like,
Um,
if you see the top five, he's usually I think like top three now. I don't think he's been outside top three in like
it's been a while,
a
I feel
couple of
like.
seasons. Yeah. But the only thing I feel like I don't know how it affects, which I feel like is scary. Um, Vazzy hasn't skated yet, like at all. And I don't know, like I don't think I've seen anything about what's wrong, but I feel as if it's a little unnerving.
That's
Unnerving.
definitely a concern for
Yeah,
them.
yeah. But
But they have a
it's fine. If he
strong
comes back, yeah, like
they have a
they have a
s-
very good go ahead.
they have a strong presence in front of him.
Yeah, it works.
I'm not
And I
overly concerned because I feel like they're a good production
no.
team.
Yeah. And I feel like they're one of the ones that like if somebody's out, they actually kind of figure out how to make it work. Like Vazzy missed what was it
Yeah.
last not this season, the season no, was it last season? The season before when he had the back surgery and
Everything
he missed the
starts
first he
melding
missed
together.
like the first half the first part of the season because he had surgery and he came back and like they kept it afloat decent enough and then he got back and they're like, "Oh, we're back to, your usual Tampa Bay Lightning." So, they're ones every single year. I'm like, "Okay, you'll be in the top 3.
Yeah.
Have fun." So,
And the Panthers exist. I
Panthers
I
exist.
don't. The only thing I Reinhardt's great, good for him. Kachuk's out
The
for like
Panthers are
half the
severely
season.
injured right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they're
Kachuk is
struggling.
confirmed out until about January, I think is the timeline they have for him.
Yeah, I think they said he might try and come back in December. But like it won't be
But it's a minute.
December, January is like the estimated time back. Yeah.
And then we got the not fun updates this morning,
hmm
which I think you might know more about like what actually happened than I do because I've been very like off
All
social.
so for anybody who isn't a Panthers fan or isn't fully involved, Alexander Barkov, the Panthers captain, um hasn't officially been like said yet, but had surgery. I don't know what knee, of course, but had knee surgery and is most likely going to be out for the entirety of the season. Again, I didn't watch the full video because I don't like watching people get injured because it would probably give me like the weird tingly feeling.
Yeah.
All I know is that it happened in a practice and it was his knee. And I don't know what part of the knee that was injured, but it was pretty bad. And so they are expected to probably not have him for the entirety of the season, which is not very good for them. Of course, that doesn't exactly rule out him coming back in the playoffs if that's what happens. But they are pretty much gearing up for the regular season without him. And then yeah, Kachuk for 2 is 3 months maybe.
And so you're looking at
So
like two pretty big players for them. And
yeah,
then also you never know what happens the rest of the season. And also
yeah,
Bob was having a questionable season last, not that it was bad. And for the rest of the NHL, anyone would kill to have him in net. However, for
yeah,
his standard that he has set for himself, not the best season,
below average.
not the
Yes.
best playoffs. Again, I'm aware that they won the cup. I'm being overly critical because that's what we're looking at like for going ahead. Um,
Yeah.
Also just because you won the cup one season does not mean you can do it again the next. And
Yep.
yes, the Panthers have two cups under their belt, but considering the picture I'm looking at right now, I don't think that they get a third.
Yeah.
I hope they don't get a third because I feel like it gets a little boring, but like
Yeah.
um but it's not that I don't want them to get a third because they're injured. I want them to be fully healthy
No.
and not get a third.
Yeah. Also, that makes it more, I don't want to say makes it more fair, but like you kind of know, like, okay, you didn't get it because you were injured, but like you also, the work that goes into being healthy and then like playing other healthy teams. I don't know I'm explaining it really bad.
But I think and
The
at
level
least
playing fields.
at least with Kachuk, and I know that I think I've said this before on the podcast. I know that I've said it before to you. If Kachuk keeps managing his body the way that he is, he will not be playing hockey for much longer.
Oh, yeah.
He keeps playing through
Which,
things he probably shouldn't be playing through. And if I'm being so honest with you, I understand that the Olympics are like a different thing. I think that he needs
mm,
to decide what's worth it more to him this season
yeah.
is playing in the Olympics or having his career go beyond 30.
hmm
That might be a hot take. That might be an
That's
unpopular
a valid,
opinion.
no, I think that's a valid thing to say.
But he keeps getting injured and I
I
feel
think
like
it's valid.
he because it's if it was
And
any
they're
other
not,
year, I could see him
yeah.
waiting until like almost playoffs to come back. Whereas this
And I
season,
also think, yeah, you have to kind of come back to, I don't say qualify, but
well, he's
be
already
steady
named
enough to
to the
make the
team
playoffs. I know, but like
for the
the
Olympics.
to be up on a level that you can play,
Yeah.
but yeah, they're not like tiny little injuries. They're like very significant injuries. So
Yeah.
it's yeah. I also think that's on another maybe hot take. Like the Panthers should just be like sit it out. Like they should. I know they don't really. I guess they could have the final say, but it's yeah. I agree. It's not fun.
I think it's hard because it's the Olympics and the
I know.
Olympics is such a
It's like everything. The prestigious.
like I don't know and I don't know what people would view as more important to them is like a cup or gold.
Mm,
Um, but either way, being named to an Olympic roster and getting to play is a huge deal, and I don't know that
yeah,
anyone could tell Matthew Tkachuk not to do it.
not to. Yeah, I know.
Unless they literally were like,
So
you will be in breach of contract with this team and we will like
yeah, like you're
fire
not coming back.
you, which they're
Could you
not gonna
imagine?
do.
No,
But
sorry. It'll be
like,
interesting
yeah.
the way it plays out for them, I think, all season, but especially to start. So,
Yeah. Moving on to the other Tkachuk, the Senators somehow made the playoffs last year.
Iowa, yeah,
Um, I don't
they were a
have
wild card.
much
So,
to say on this team.
I think, didn't we say on here already that we forget they exist? Because I
Yeah,
do forget they exist. I'm really sorry to them, but they're just doing their own thing, and I think they'll be fine.
I don't think they make the
Whether,
playoffs this year though.
no, I think in this division, like if I had to pick one of the like almost teams, I think the Canadians are my
Yeah, me too.
like they're way better. And I don't want to like I'm not saying that because I like them better. I do think like they are better like they're well
They're better
let me
equipped
well yeah
currently.
like they're a better built team to make the playoffs and like on the trajectory. I'm dead. I can't speak for path.
She
I think
can't,
then
you can't speak, you
just
keep
did I freeze
freezing.
again? Sorry.
It's okay.
I think okay. Simplest way of saying this so I don't say more words than necessary. I think the Canadians are on a better path and or built better than the Sens are. So if I had to like if it was between the two of them, I do think Montreal takes it, which I feel like is a pretty decent like that's what everybody would say, but
I
I don't
think
know.
Montreal, because they're also like the next people on the list that we were going to talk about, they've done a
Yeah.
really good job, I think, of creating a solid core
Yep.
that's young enough to grow with the team while also fostering like a pretty good young incoming class. And I
I
think
feel like they're a very good example of like letting it wait and like come to fruition and not rushing quote
mhm,
unquote rebuild. And now they're kind of I don't say reaping the benefits yet, but like
I
it's
think in two,
turning the
three
corner and
years,
they gave it the time.
if they keep going 2, 3 years, just saying.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I feel like maybe not this year. I would give the wild card. Oh, that's not
Huh?
English either. Maybe a
Oh,
wild card spot for the
yeah.
Montreal Canadiens this year. But I think like Caulfield and Suzuki are good to watch both for the team, the NHL
Hmm.
overall, and also like Olympic rosters and stuff. I really enjoy Suzuki as a captain. I think that
Yeah,
he does like it seems like he does a really
I
good
agree.
job with
Also, they have
that
Wayne
team,
Hudson, so like I feel as if
both
they
on and
can't
off the
to have
ice.
someone like
So
really
just
more
an
than
interesting
like decent players, more decent
thing.
players at every spot. I think they'll be fine. I think
Yeah.
they're just such a fun, yeah, they're just such a fun like they're on like the Sharks, like they just have vibes, but like vibes and good. I don't know how to explain it besides that, if that
Yeah.
makes any
And they have
sense.
Demidov
Yeah,
too.
they're but
So
like they're a good team and they have the vibes. So like yeah, yeah,
they have good vibes. I think also because the
completely
expectations
drop
are
off a cliff.
still
Yep.
like
Like all
low
right,
for
whatever.
them. So I think that it's just kind of like fun when they do something cool and you're like, yay, as opposed to like when the
I was gonna say I feel like you have this. Well, I don't even know what to say about
Bruins,
them.
who were very good,
I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah,
tank, you're like,
they're
okay,
when I think every single year
cool.
we're like they're gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna make the playoffs, and they like fall apart, and then
Moving
they
on
get
to a
really,
team
really
that's
good
not
like
doing so
right
great at the
when you
rebuild.
have to push to make the playoffs, but just not good enough to actually get a playoff spot. And it happens every
I'm
single
currently
year,
mad
like
at
without
this
fail.
team, so if you want to talk
Um,
about them.
they're going on. Yeah, they're going on what? I think
The
eight
Red Wings
years
exist.
now. The only time they made the playoffs was Dylan Larkin's rookie year, which was like 2015, 16, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. So they're like following the Sabres, who are also in this division, as like collecting the longest playoff droughts. But they, I think, are the ones that like they have a bar to meet and they absolutely never meet said bar, which makes no sense when you look at their roster.
They do this every year.
Oh, people get so mad. So mad. Yeah, we're like year seven. We're in year seven and nothing's happened. Like, what plan? The plan should have like worked 4 years ago. Also, I do think for them, I feel a little bit because like the Atlantic isn't it looks it's probably one of the toughest. I would say like them in the Central because you have like again your really well established teams who always make the playoffs and have it figured out, and then it's like everybody else who's good enough are good, but they're not like good enough to get those teams out of
And
the
then
spot.
every
So it's
time
like really hard to
you say
unless
something
you're getting a
about it,
wild card spot,
there's a
it's hard to
Wings
like get
fan
in the top three of this division.
who goes,
But
trust the Iser plan. And I'm like, bestie,
yes,
there's no plan. It's
it's
gone.
tough. Yeah. So like I don't want to say it's all their fault, but like most of it is.
Yes.
They just yeah. So again, I don't want to say they're gonna make the playoffs because I like especially with now like Montreal being good and Ottawa having somewhat figured out. I think they're both ahead of Detroit on the getting back to things normal, things getting things back to normal. But yeah, actually, who are their goaltenders right now? Please, I need to figure this out because why do I not
Yeah.
remember? I'm gonna see who's on the roster. Can I find this?
And then also like the
Also, they are celebrating
Metro
100 years in case you guys
historically
forgot.
has been pretty
They are one of
solid.
the
And
ones.
so
Let's see. They
they've
have,
been taking the
oh, I
wild
forgot. They
card
got John
spots.
Gibson, Cam
So
Talbot, Sebastian, and then Kosa, and then two other Carter
it's their fault.
Gylander and Mikal. I'm butchering these names. Those are the five that are listed.
No, I don't think
So
they will.
that fact that I couldn't even tell you says everything about their goaltending situation. So
I also think
hold on, looking.
that like
That's
the
just
Red Wings are
listed on
another
their
team that
official
really
like who
struggles with
they've
their
got at camp.
goaltender situation. And
On here, let's see. I think they have to have Augustine. Like where else would
I
he
don't
be?
even know because I feel like they moved so many pieces. They have Trey in their pipeline
No,
though.
he's there. They got him. He's in the pipeline. He's not at camp, but he's there.
Hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. There's someone I
I
feel like we
like their
expect a lot of and
jerseys.
they never deliver. So keep your expectations low and maybe they'll exceed said expectations. Yeah, that's how it works.
Hmm.
I'm so sorry to anybody. They're on they're on the same. It's just yeah, it's just the Jets finished the season first. So like the Jets said it and then the Sabres are like, ah, we're there too, 3 months
Well, then
later.
they,
They're both at 14. 14
unless something
years.
has
14
severely
years. That's
changed, they
literally
should
more than half my
have
life.
Trey Augustine in their
Wait.
pipeline for
Yeah, it
goaltending.
is. It is. All right, anybody in Buffalo, you might as well just stick with the Bills because you're getting nothing out of the Sabres. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry.
I'm like, unless they've traded him his rights.
Oh no, no. That is the ultimate.
Again, doesn't help them this year, but
See,
like
that's the
a
time, like if that was
concept.
me, I'd be like, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, the family loyalties, I'm going other way. I'm going to other teams. That's terrible. But both of them, but I don't think I could do that. Like every year being like, we're gonna do it. The
Yeah.
Buffalo's also the same, where
Be
again they like
pleasantly
suck, and
surprised.
then
Yeah.
it becomes February, and they're like, we're gonna win.
And then
They
we
always have
have
like
a
one of the best
team
records.
who we have
Like
no expectations for,
and then again, they get so good and they never make the playoffs. No. Every year
the
they're like, oh my
Buffalo
God, they're gonna be
Sabres.
better. They never
They
do. They never
are
do.
in competition with the New York Jets. Every year they basically
Yeah, it's
flip-flop
not
of
playing right now.
which one
But
of
don't
them
don't worry,
makes
they've got like
history
six
every year
goalies.
for the
So
longest playoff drought.
they don't need a starter. They have 17,000 goalies. Don't worry. I
Yes.
was gonna say this. I love how we went from
They,
going from Detroit to
yeah.
Buffalo is like
Yep.
I feel bad. I
Yep.
feel bad. It's not like that going to Buffalo to Detroit would be any better, but
No
like
playoffs.
a little bit. But
Yeah. Yes.
yes, I feel so bad. I have
Um,
nothing against the Sabres.
yeah.
It's just you guys aren't going anywhere anytime soon.
Just be a Bills fan.
Oh yeah,
The funniest the funniest thing I've seen was someone who I met like near Buffalo who was a Sabres
it's
fan,
true.
but their dad, I want to say, was from like downstate. So they were a Jets fan,
Anytime
and
we
I was
mention any of
like,
these players going to college, I can
how
I
are
have
you
to go through like put a
alive?
list together ones that we know finished, but you said
I've
Quinnipiac. No,
deflected
but
to
yeah, I was
being
gonna
a
say like they're
Bills
all.
fan. I still love the
I know what you
Jets,
mean.
but I just like I enjoy the
Harvard.
energy around the Bills. So
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, I went. I did my 1 year. True. True.
yeah. But I have no faith in them ever.
A flower.
But
Please. Again, if you
but
can't win games,
they
you want
have
vibes.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen,
Sabres
which
got
who
vibes.
is
That's all
like
you're gonna get.
injured, maybe.
He's so funny.
Yeah.
They are.
Alex Lyon being one of
Yeah.
them.
No. Developing, growing. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like they're getting there. They
No,
figured
I
it
think
out.
it would be. Um,
But yes.
at least Detroit
Can
feels
you
more
believe bottom of the list, you
prestigious.
guys? Bottom of this list because that's where they finished. Also, if you're new here, in case you didn't get the memo, or you were like me and you were in another country and the
I
news dropped in
do
the middle of the
hold a lot
night,
of love
Brad
in my heart
Marchand
for the
is no
Sabres
longer the
media
captain of this
team.
team and is now long term,
And I
will be staying
appreciate
long
that they
term
are
in Florida.
currently
We just won a
using
cup.
Alex
So
Lyon's little stupid
what is it? You
brain.
can't beat him,
And I
join
mean
him?
that in an endearing way. He's like a himbo in my
Are you gonna bring up
brain. Um,
what he said?
Despite
I knew it
having
was gonna
gone
come
to
up. I was
Yale.
like, are we gonna
Didn't
say
graduate. He did not graduate.
it's not real?
Well, okay, but
And
there's a
he literally
difference
was
in
like,
my
I want to stay
opinion
in
between
Boston.
going to
He
like
was like, I want to stay in Boston for the same amount
not that
of
okay, no,
time, but
Michigan's
like
a
the
good
money
school.
couldn't
That's
have worked out
they're all good
because they
schools.
don't have the leeway they do in Massachusetts and they do in Boston.
But
Or not
like
in Boston.
there's a difference
Massachusetts
between
and they do in
yeah, okay,
Florida.
let's use Quinnipiac. There's a difference between going to
Take what
Quinnipiac
you will. But in case
and
you
going to
forgot,
Yale
he is now a Florida
for like
Panther.
academics wise.
He's no
And I know
longer
that they're
on the
both
Boston
going for
Bruins, which also
sports, but
probably hurt
it's
their
just
chances.
so funny to
Hmm.
be like you went to Yale,
We also said the
went to
same
Yale
thing
for
about,
3 years,
yes, because I was gonna
and
say the
then
other team we
leaves
say
to
this
go to
about all
the
the time,
Flyers.
Chilling Out There
But
in
like you'd
Nevada,
think that
like,
he learned something
yeah,
while he was there and then does an interview and
who else
goes,
is pulling
"What's
that
the
off?
word people who do
Yeah, that's what I
flowers? A
mean.
flowerist? I want to be a flowerist." Bitch, what?
Yeah, and they were like, we can't do that. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah.
The Sabres The Sabres
Just,
media team
I don't
and
know.
their
I saw
mascot
the
do
video
a
of him
very
saying
good
it,
job of
like the
bringing the
video of him saying it, and I was
vibes.
like, he just doesn't care, which like I
I
love that
think
for
they're
him.
on like the
But I was
Sharks
like, you're
pipeline where
just
like
basically
they're
telling
gonna
us that
become
what
like
everybody else
super
said is
fun on the
fake
media side, and I'm
is
very
actually real.
excited to
So
see that.
anyway,
Um,
yeah.
they're not fully there yet though. We have some I will say their
Also,
game
South
release
Florida,
thing though was funny.
I couldn't do that year round. I'm sorry, I could not do that. It will sink.
And then we have the Bruins.
There will not be a Miami. Yeah, true. They'll be like driving cars on a track built in the ocean. Like, this
I
is where the stadium used to be. Here's an outline that we built in the ocean now. Yeah, please let us. It's all just like a bunch of bridges. They'll just connect. Like I can't. Side note. Anyway, please. It's like ramps to get to the next one.
which
Please, those cars would
by
never
the
make it, but that'd be
fucking
hilarious.
way for
Anyway,
every single person in hockey media who was like, for every
oh,
single
I cried about this with
fucking
dentists
person in
before.
hockey media
I
who
literally
was
cried about
like,
it.
the
I was like,
state
oh, I
tax
hate that.
thing
I actually,
doesn't matter. It doesn't have that much of an impact. Marchand literally came out and was like, no, there are a lot of people on the team who
also
deals wouldn't have
not that it
gotten
prompts it,
done
but he's
had
like
there not been no
12
state
years
tax.
old. He's a little older, and as an
Fucking fight me, bitch.
yeah, it's not doing well for me when I have two dogs that are old and then like not the great. I'm like okay, but yes, it makes me so upset. I know.
Florida.
And yeah,
So
hmm
I think it's just so funny that there were so many people who were like, it
Like,
doesn't
yes, but
matter.
no, not all
Why
the
are we having
time.
this
Like, it's good
conversation?
sometimes, but
Meanwhile,
not
you
most
and
of the
I are like, it
time.
definitely matters.
So yes, we are wishing the best. Yeah.
Vegas. Yup.
Boston.
Yup. Why do we think Mitch Marner went there?
I feel bad because all
Well,
they
because
have
weren't
is
the rumors that
pasta.
Marner was
Also, they
looking
didn't have
for 14
McAvoy
to stay in
post
Toronto
Four Nations.
and then took 12 in Vegas?
No,
But
he's
yeah,
geeky. I think
tell me
that's like
again
their
how state
next.
tax has nothing to do with people
That's it.
signing. Anyways, that was just,
Yes,
I felt very
he's still there.
vindicated when I saw that article and I was like,
I
Brianna,
hate those.
look,
Yeah, he's
I
still
was
there. Don't
right.
worry.
Yeah.
You're like, wait. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I appreciate the transparency. Because I
Hmm.
like I don't like warm weather, so for me, Florida's like a big no-no. Um,
Yeah.
there won't be a like okay,
Yeah.
when F1 expanded their like the
Yeah.
Miami Grand Prix to
They'll
like
be. I will say they'll be all right.
2036 or
They'll
whatever,
be.
and I was like, there will
They'll
not
like
be a
hang in there, but they're
Miami.
not gonna be very good. True. He does get paid a lot ish,
They like
but
put like a
he's also a very good
helipad
player.
out
Yeah, that's what I
for
mean. So like you'd want to take it on, like whatever. But yeah,
could you imagine overtake? It's like
yeah,
Rainbow Road and
yeah,
Jesus. Anyways,
yeah. Again, expect the unexpected, I guess,
oh,
because that's what happens
also
95%
in
of the
very
time here.
sad news, I'm
But
sorry that I'm still smiling because I'm laughing. I
yeah,
really hope Roscoe's okay.
mm-hmm.
I cried
Basically our
about it
house,
earlier.
basically.
Um, Lewis Hamilton's dog
The
had
Metro I
a
think is the
cardiac
most.
event
I
and
would
is
say the
currently in a
most
medically
wide
induced
open division
coma,
this year.
and we are really hoping
Because I
that
feel
he
like
is
you have
okay.
some that like could win the division, some that are not going to be very good, and then there's a bunch of
Yeah.
like
And he's a
teams we don't know how
bulldog,
they're going to do.
so
But I think out of all of them, this is the one where you're like, okay, it could be anybody's. Last year they were bad. The whole division was not very
no,
good,
I was very sad about
minus the
it. I
Caps,
saw
who
it and
ended
I
up
was like,
winning
I
the
need to
division, but
keep
everybody else was
scrolling
kind of
because
like,
I
yay,
genuinely think
we're
if I
playing hockey, I
cry
guess.
one more time this
So,
week, I'm going to explode. Like, I'm not used to feeling this many. I was talking to some,
yeah,
I
May,
went to the Chapel Roan concert with someone I didn't know
no.
on
I say like they still,
Wednesday because I was going with my friend and like a few of her friends,
yeah,
and I was complaining about
going into the
something, and she's
playoffs,
like, "But isn't
they
it
like
such a
slid.
beautiful
They were
thing to
not doing
feel
very
your
well.
feelings and be human?" And I was
I will
like,
say, I know we don't really
"No."
know, but if it is Ovi's last season, I do think that gives them a little bit of a push, whether they know that information or not.
So, anyways, all of our thoughts
But
and prayers to
overall,
little baby Roscoe.
yes, no, I
Um,
agree. But I also think like as a
Back to the
team,
Bruins.
you're like,
Yeah,
okay,
losing Marchand was really
but
bad. At least they have Pastrnak. I think that everything just went to shit when they, which is not
yeah,
true. They have McAvoy. They don't have Coyle anymore. Um,
true.
they have Geeky. They do still have Lowry, right? Okay. Well, okay.
It's
The
like,
only reason I
yeah,
question it is because I saw like a
I
fake trade
think
proposal
again,
and it really messed with my brain and I
they're just
couldn't
good enough that
tell.
they would be good division. It's that
Sometimes during
if
the
they
off
make the
season,
playoffs
I'm
and
like,
you meet a better team, it's like
that's
obvious
insane of them to do. I don't
they're
know why
not
they would
as well
do it.
matched.
And
Like
like
there's
20
a
minutes
worse
later, I'm
team.
like, oh, it was fake. Okay,
That
got
makes
it.
sense. But I feel like
Um,
that's all the teams in the Metro right now
I would
to
have
some
low expectations for
people.
this team again this year.
But
They seem very disjointed.
that's that.
I feel like
So
there seems to be animosity between the front office
my watch
and
just
the players and coaches, whatever.
yeah, loving
Um,
it.
I know a lot of fans were calling for someone to be fired. Well, it's not happening. I am sure that they are kicking themselves about Jim Montgomery, though, so it's fine. They'll be all right eventually. I also do wonder at what point Pastrnak looks elsewhere. He does, but he's also worth that much money. Like if he wants to come to the Rangers, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Like not that he's going to, but like, you know. I also didn't think that the Bruins would trade away their captain, who was dealt relatively decent at hockey, to a division rival for basically nothing. But you know, whatever. So want to move on to the Metro? Yeah, I would agree. Yeah. The Capitals are there. I don't think they're going to have as good of a season. I think that the chase for Ovi definitely helped that team. Yeah. Yeah, but I think if you're like Ovechkin or Crosby, I think you've come to terms with the fact that you're not lifting a cup ever again, which sucks. Yeah, I just don't I think that their prospect slash like newbie pool is pretty solid. I wouldn't be shocked if they won the division again, but I wouldn't expect it. I think that they could make the playoffs. I don't know. Like again, this whole division is very wide open. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Then we have the Hurricanes, who I'm currently not thrilled with. Um,
They do the same thing every single year. They make the playoffs and
yep.
they lose. They play, I guess, rather
Yep.
well in the regular season. Again, in the Metro, they are a team that I don't want to say I don't care about. Like I, they're kind of boring. They don't have special. So I, I don't know. Yeah,
They're a team that as a
I would say
fan I
when you
dislike,
yes,
which I think is valid when you are a Rangers or an Islanders fan. I think it's pretty valid to be like, I hate them. Okay, so as far as the Hurricanes go, I like don't know how much of like what you said was actually caught because our Wi-Fi is being stupid.
yeah. Sorry.
But basically the gist of it, in case I'm repeating it, was just like they make the playoffs, they lose.
Yeah.
They're a very easy team to hate if they're not your team.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Devils, Islanders, and Rangers fans can all kind of agree that we hate them.
Yeah.
Um,
A mutual feeling.
I think that they are a team that I expect to do well. On paper, they look good. In the playoffs, they look fast. They look quick. They look dominating, and they're dominant, whatever the word is. And
Yeah.
then
They just don't do
they just
anything.
completely fall apart, and I just will
Yeah.
never understand what happens. And I think I think that Brindamore is a great coach. I think that he's a great coach for that team. I do not
Hmm.
understand why he is still the coach of that team.
I think we said that last year.
Probably.
Did I say something like that? Because I was like, I think I said it after the playoffs. I was like, how many times are you going to lose in the playoffs without any? Same thing with Dallas. Like, how many like conference finals are you going to get to before you're like, okay, it isn't the team that's a problem. Like something else is going wrong here. And I feel like it's the same thing every single time with the. I almost said abs. I was reading a tweet from the abs with the Canes, and like nothing changes. So I like coming into this year, I'll be like, okay, they'll be top three in the Metro. And then what they do in the playoffs is like whatever they do, but it's like the same thing every year. So,
Yeah. Anyways, the Devils.
Slay.
Oh, it
They
was a
I think will be what?
door opening. I thought it was
Uh,
like some kind of bug, and I was like, because I
I
don't
feel
like
like you would be
bugs.
concerned by the size of the bug if it was that loud and
That's what I was concerned. I literally thought I was gonna look
what?
over and see like a killer wasp in my
No,
room, and I was like, "Ah."
okay, that's valid. I was like, I would be more concerned about the size of said bug if it's that loud.
I think it was the door.
That's so okay. Glad we figured that one out. We're good.
You were gonna say something about the Devils,
Oh, yeah, I think barring Jack stays healthy.
and that they
Is
signed Luke.
barring? I think it's barring. Yes.
I know what you mean.
Also, they have to have like first off, both of them, because one of them is still jobless, and both of them still have to stay healthy. I think they could win said division.
Also, add in the fact that their goaltending needs to stay strong.
Yes. Also, like this, nobody get hurt ever, because I feel like somebody is always hurt on this team, no matter what it is.
They are a very strong, um, first line top pair team,
Yes,
and
the bottom six is still iffy.
but that's why when the top six gets hurt, it's so much more of a
Yes.
concern because they are lacking their depth a little bit.
Yeah.
I appreciated your tweet about Ethan Edwards the other day.
I got heat for that.
I don't think I
Like
agree with
everybody
you.
got everybody what? Which part? They doesn't deserve a roster spot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's not why I got heat for it, but I appreciate the other opinion.
Um,
Guys,
wait,
just
why are
don't
you
go on
getting
hockey
heat
Twitter
for it?
because everybody that like in my head, I was like trying to logically explain that just because somebody's in somebody else's spot doesn't mean that other player is never going to play in that spot again.
Hmm.
And like I was like, "Oh, this is not again. I don't mean to like put other because I was like it was more of a subtweeting thing, but it was like, "Oh my God, all these people like overreacting or saying like my feelings about Luke not playing are like silly." And I'm like, "No, I think a lot of us are just trying to be like this is like their solution now." Like they have to have a solution if that happens, and this is said solution. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, so you just don't think he's gonna come back?" And I'm like, "That's not what we're saying, but it's fine."
You know,
But okay,
I do think that
hit me
Luke
with it.
is
I want to, yeah,
I do very much think that Luke will be on the Devils. I just don't know when because I they
yeah.
definitely have to
But like,
move someone somewhere.
but my point is, if he does not start the season, what are you gonna? You're just gonna have an open spot next to Pesci, and then it's like,
No.
okay, you need someone to play there and someone good enough. It's just the
No, but
logic
I
in my
think that
head.
they would probably move up.
Yeah, like I know what you mean.
Like I
It's just
don't want
I
to say
sometimes I
Hamilton, but
see
I would say Hamilton.
sometimes I just see stuff and I'm like, guys, like we need to logically think about this.
No, and
I understand, but like it's
I
fine.
like Edwards. Um I think that the Devils struggle from a maturity problem sometimes,
Yes. That's a valid point
possibly
to make.
in the way that the communication on the ice is done.
Okay. Again, all valid.
And I think that adding I think Edwards needs a minute to like sit
Yeah.
and grow a little bit. I think his game could also benefit from a stronger 200-foot play.
Hmm.
Not that he's not good. Again, I like him.
Yeah, like we need to. I feel like we need to preface all this being like,
I also
I'm
will
not
note that there are
saying.
some players who I am very aware of how they play hockey, and there are some players I'm like, I don't know, they seem good.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I know.
um, Edwards is one of the people that I have been watching the last few years play at Michigan, and I have faith in him moving forward.
Yeah.
I think that he would benefit from a year in the AHL. That's, and it's
Which
not
is
a knock at
again
him at all.
valid way to get to
Yeah.
the NHL.
Yeah.
But yes, I do think again, get Luke a contract, please. Somebody, anybody at this rate. Not anybody, not Devils, but like anyone within a Devils organization, please get that man to sign a piece of paper
Yeah.
and let everyone be healthy. And I think you win the division because I just, I don't know. I feel like they probably could have last year if everything went well, but I feel like nothing ever all goes well. It's like one thing and then it's downhill.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. Fingers crossed, I guess. But
Yeah. Um, yeah, I think that they could be a contender to win the division.
I think so too. I just
We'll
again,
see.
I feel like just not like if even if one thing goes wrong, like just don't let that one thing become like all of the things at
Yeah.
once, which I feel like is always what happens. But it's okay.
So then for some reason the Blue Jackets are there.
For some reason, everybody else in the Metro was not great.
I know.
Like
It just it
they, despite being the fourth best in the Metro, they still did not get a wild card spot because Montreal and Ottawa were both better, which just proves to you that it was a rough season for this division last year, but
mhm.
they did finish fourth. It's yeah,
I also and I think I've
you
said
froze.
this before. Did you
I'm
hear me?
listening. Yes, I hear you
Um,
now.
and as horrible as it sounds, I think that they were very fueled by Goudreau dying.
I don't think that's horrible. I think that's they
But
were absolutely
I think it
playing for that.
yeah, and I think they will probably struggle more this year.
I do think
Um,
they're one of the teams that are like I don't want to say on the up and up again, but like
they
figuring
have
it out.
potential.
Yes, like they
I
aren't
just
going to
fear
be
not enough yet.
amazing, but they're getting there.
We were talking about the Blue Jackets before I got interrupted
Yes,
by
what
a
did you
very
say?
funny
Because
email.
you got you were frozen.
I just don't, they have potential. I feel like, and I feel like this is the thing for the whole league is that there are the content, like very strong contenders.
Yeah, the annual contenders.
You have like softer contenders,
Mm-hmm.
which I do feel like the Oilers fall into that because like as much as they've made it to the final, they don't have the
They
team
haven't done
built
anything. Yeah.
to get like to actually win it. And then you have the teams with high expectations that can't do anything. And then you
Mm-hmm.
have teams with like potential, and you have teams with like good potential. And I feel
Yes.
like the Blue Jackets are a team currently with like potential, like lowercase potential.
Yeah.
Um, but I think because it's so wide open, if they're gonna do anything, they should try to do it this year. I just don't know that they did
Yeah.
much for themselves during the off season
I
to
think
like get
their
there.
problem is still goaltending.
Yes.
If unless like they I know Graves was like really good down the stretch before they almost didn't make the playoffs again. But I think like that's their biggest if they figure that out, they'll probably have a better run. But I just if they're gonna make the playoffs in any division, I think this is the
Yeah.
again, with everybody being all over the place, I feel like you have a better chance, but I
Yeah.
don't know if it's a guarantee, which I think is where that's at. But that's it.
The New York Rangers are next for an update for them. They do have a captain. His name is JT Miller. There are opinions on that. They are also
What?
celebrating their 100th anniversary. There are also opinions on that. Okay. They're a team. They exist. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, everybody, especially at work, everybody's like, no, they're gonna have like a much better season. And I'm like, I don't know if you're looking at the same team, but like I don't they'll probably be better, but I don't think playoffs better. So
And I think if they make the playoffs, it'll be a disappointing
they
first
made
round
it,
exit.
yes. Which like that doesn't even really count as making playoffs in my mind.
So,
I know you do technically, but I don't know. I keep my expectations low with this team literally all the time. And
yeah.
so if they do better than I think, then they do better and I feel good about it. But I don't ever think they're gonna like win the cup because when they do everything but that, I hate it. So I'm like
I just think it's
very low
hard
expectations, and that's that.
because 23, 24 was so good.
Yeah. And
And
I
they
also think
didn't,
like when they made the Eastern Conference Final in 22 when they lost against Lightning, like that season two was like, okay,
yeah.
it's here. And then yeah, since I know last
But they they didn't change a lot between
no.
24 and 25. And then
A lot of players just like didn't weren't on the same level. That's pretty
and
much
then
all it was.
now between last season and this season, I also don't feel like, and I don't know that getting rid of Kreider is going to be,
No.
it's fine.
Still hate it. It's okay.
I don't think that the team made any recognizable changes that indicate that they would make the playoffs this year, or have a better performance than last year.
Agreed.
And I also think that the pressure of the insane contract that Igor signed might get to him. So we'll see
Mm,
how that goes. I just don't have expectations. The team I do have
I
expectations
literally.
for, I think the Islanders could make the playoffs this year. And I think they could
Yeah.
actually do well in the playoffs this year.
As
And
long as
I
you just don't mean the Canes. Say see you later. That's what I mean.
and I don't know if it's because
They
I
actually
don't
have a
know if it's
GM.
because Lou is gone,
I was gonna say,
and so we can actually see the team having good vibes now.
like, there's hope.
But from what I've seen and what I've heard, that team looks cohesive. They feel
Yeah.
cohesive. They feel good. They're riding the high with Schaefer. They
Uh-huh.
have an insane pipeline. Like, if you look at the Islanders prospect list and you're
It's
like,
always been
I
like
don't
that the
think,
last couple of years.
but that's what I'm saying is it's finally
Yeah.
like for them, like I feel like they're gonna enter their like Canadians era where it's like we're gonna have good vibes and also like a lot of like good potential.
Yes.
Um, and I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to follow it, and I wish them nothing but the best. They also
Yeah.
have a very good goaltending tandem, provided that both of them stay healthy.
Yep. I know that's the other. I
But
don't say
like
if, but
they have
it looks good.
they have good vibes.
Yeah.
So, you know,
We'll take it.
yeah.
Again, I don't want to like overhype it and then be like, oh my God, it didn't happen.
No, and I'm not saying they're
But
gonna win the division or like make like win the
no, but
cup.
I definitely think they'll make the playoffs though, which is
Yeah,
still a step up from last year.
last year.
And
Yeah.
like, or this, yes. But
Yeah.
we'll take it.
So,
We've made it to the last two. And guess what? They both sit in the same state
and
on
I just
opposite ends of said state.
I like don't have much to say about either of them. It,
What CDs is gone.
what?
Sorry. One of the CDs, one of the CDs that I put in
Oh,
my thing is gone. That's
sorry.
why I did two. So I did two. It's okay. Um, yeah, the Flyers are the Flyers. I I don't. I they have a new coach. I think maybe that will be good for them. Like, okay, cool. Otherwise, I don't know. You have Michkov in his second year. I'm sure he'll be even better.
If you're a fan of the Penguins, I am sorry.
Yeah, I feel for you so bad. Also, wait. Pause here. I don't know if this is general knowledge, and I've seen so many people say it, and it's one of those things like the Luke Hughes contract where I'm like, why are we saying this? Marc-Andre Fleury signed a PTO to win a game this weekend, when you guys listen to this past weekend, against the Blue Jackets. There is, he did not sign the PTO to make the team again. It's a ceremonial pizza. Like he is playing to retire as a Penguin. A lot of
Yeah.
people are like, "Oh my God, we're back. He's gonna be our goaltender." No, guys, he signed the PTO to play his last game as a Penguin. He is not going to be on that roster when we open the season on October 7th. As much as we would all like that, that's not what's happening. And I feel like so many people are saying that, and that's not what it is.
If that's what he decides,
I would love it if
like
he's
if he
like, "Yeah, we're gonna
plays
stick
tomorrow
around."
night and goes, actually, I think I want to stay. Cool.
Fine, we're good with that. But like that's not
Not
why
happening.
that PTO was signed in the first place.
No.
And I feel like so many people are like, we're gonna win another cup. Like, no, no, no.
If you are a Pens fan,
Sorry,
I am sorry, and I
really
genuinely
sorry.
hope that you enjoy watching Sidney Crosby's last few seasons.
Yeah,
And I hope
I
that
think we all
you
will.
have faith in your prospect pool that is okay. It's not
Yeah,
bad. Just
no,
there could be better pieces.
it could be.
I don't know.
I just feel like they're another one that like there wasn't a huge drop off, but like it was a drop off where it was like we've made the playoffs every single year, minus Sid's rookie year and whatever, and then it was like, oh, now we're bad. And it was a very quick now we're bad.
Yeah,
But
it
also like
sucks.
it is time. A lot of your core is well over the age of 35, which is nothing wrong with that. But a lot of the teams are not that old. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
um
that's the Rangers have the same thing where like instead of getting like and actually fostering like young talent, I feel like they focus on like the older players, which is
yeah,
certainly
it's
a
a
decision.
choice.
It's a
It's a
choice,
choice. And it's not a wrong choice, but it is a choice.
but it's not
So,
working. So maybe it is the wrong
no.
choice.
Um but yeah, I've seen so many things about the flower and I'm like no. That's
No.
I think we'd all love that, but I don't think that's what's happening.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I I honestly think that these two either flip-flop, but they both end up where they are.
I would say they flip-flop. I think the Pens probably
But like
come
they're
in
still
last.
bottom of the division, not
But
making playoffs, which is sad, but
I think the Flyers have a better chance. We'll see how the new coaching staff goes, and we'll see if getting Zegras makes a difference for them. I still like
yeah.
Drysdale. I still like Konechny. I still like Michkov. Um, they are another team that I think is not great with their goalie situation,
Yeah.
but I also don't think that they are reconsidering
No, they
anymore.
said no already. So
Um, which I
I won't take
appreciate.
people's word, but yes.
Also, he didn't really work out too well for you the first time. I don't think he's going to work out too well
Yeah.
for you now.
Very true.
Also, okay, let's talk about it real quick. Um,
Oh, I was like, what? Yeah.
the Hockey Canada 5 is eligible to sign contracts on October 15th. They're eligible to play as of December 1st. We both strongly believe that these people should not be playing in the league from a moral standpoint and
Yep.
also just from like a hockey standpoint. They were all mediocre as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And so why you would bring that kind of negative attention to your team and to your locker room is beyond me for players who probably will not add much to your roster. That is
Yeah.
my personal opinion. That is not a representation of anything else except for my own thoughts. And that's where I stand on it. I don't think that adding those players does literally anything but hurt, like, but add a locker room cancer.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Sorry. I was like, I feel like I'm like beating around the bush and I just want to say it because
No, I know. And I also feel like enough, like, we're all aware of it, unfortunately.
I
But
just
yeah,
feel like there's a freaking
there's
gag order
nothing,
about talking about it right now because I
yeah.
feel like it's scary to like say anything because then you're gonna get whatever. That's why I'm saying it generally. I don't think that any team should. I just don't think it's I do not think it is worth it for any team to
No,
spend
it's not a
money.
logical choice.
That is
It's
my
yes,
opinion.
but it's all valid. I think we're obviously on the same page as that. I just hate it's just not a fun time
You also
having
hate
to deal with it.
confrontation,
I
so
do.
I was like, let me just say it because
But
I
like
feel
it's
like
just not like it's just a situation like I feel like we talk about the sport and we love it. There's so much wrong with this sport and this is one of those things that reminds me it's not all like rainbows and butterflies. And it's not fun. So yeah, it's we are unfortunately aware of it. Doesn't mean we obviously don't like it, but it's yeah. You're
and
right.
we're
I would have
not,
been like, well, I know you know. I'm not
yeah.
gonna say it, but I know you know. But yes, I know what you mean.
So
But I think that's
so
everything.
anyways,
Did we
that's
get
the
everything?
East.
Yeah.
I just don't
Woo-woo.
I feel like the Atlantic will stay pretty similar. I feel like the Metro has more of a chance for a shakeup. Um,
Yeah.
and I hope it does. I also because I love hockey. I love playoff hockey.
But
We're
we want
starting to get
good
a bit
playoff hockey.
stale, and I feel like having
Yeah.
some different teams, like I really liked having the Canadians in the playoffs last year.
hmm
It brought like a different energy, and especially having like Canadians fans in it was like super fun. And I feel like,
Also, I'm like a firm believer that you like as a hockey fan, again, I'm saying this like to teams that haven't had your team in the playoffs in a while, but like as a fan of a team, it is the most exciting thing in the world to like it is stressful, but to see your own team in the playoffs and like continue, it's like I hate the way it makes me feel because I'm nervous and I'm anxious. But when they win and they keep going, you're like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing in the world. And I
the
feel like the good side of it, like I want all of you to experience with
yeah,
your own team. The bad side of it, not so much. I'm like a nervous wreck when I watch playoff hockey, especially the further we get on.
there's a solid like
But
20-minute video of I want to say it's the Canes game where Kreider scored the hat trick.
yeah, in
Um,
the Eastern Conference, my mom and I were at the watch
the
party for
watch
that, and
party.
my heart rate I think has ever been higher in my entire life.
I was
Like I
home
took a picture of
watching on
it
my TV and I have a video of me literally like pacing for 20 minutes, like freaking the
because that's
fuck
what it
out.
does.
Um, I still can't believe that we went from put 20 in the
That
rafters
I know.
to trading him to the Ducks. What do the Rangers have on the Ducks front office? Because
So like before it was them though, it was like who was the other one I was saying the other day? They used to
Tampa?
yeah, was it Tampa? They were like the first time, not the first time, the last time they really rebuilt, they were like everybody's in, everybody goes to Tampa, and now it's Anaheim. Like why are we like it's just
They're doing today?
Rangers 2.0 in all these different places.
Yeah.
It just becomes all the players. Yeah,
Um,
it's fine.
I am still not currently reading anything new.
I'm still reading the same stuff.
Great.
I finished my audiobook. It was
Yay.
very, very good.
Good.
But I'm still reading the same book, so
Lovely.
I haven't started a new audiobook, although I have to. But yeah, that's that.
I will probably start a new audiobook on my way to work on Sunday.
That's literally I have to go to work on Monday and I was like, I don't pick a book until I literally have to get back in my car because I don't
Yeah.
listen to it anywhere else. So
Yeah.
next week I'll have an update. This week I don't. So
I'm hoping to finish my book that I'm reading, like
the
the
Elsie
photo,
Silver
like
one.
yeah, the Elsie Silver book. Um, just again, I had a week.
I know.
It's fine.
It's fine. I get it.
Um,
Also, reading takes brain power, and like if your brain isn't functioning, you can't like you can read, but you're not gonna like process it.
yeah.
So
But that's our Eastern Conference. We'll have a Western Conference for you guys next week. Sorry, this episode's gonna be long, but
it's
I'm not splitting it into two because I don't really care. And also one of them's gonna be shorter than the
fine.
other. It's fine.
Yeah.
Um, that's all. See you next week.
See you next week.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.